watch a whole different trainers. I really don't stick to one trainer, but
all right. So let's talk about that pressure training.
The pressure training is basically okay. What I told you, when you got a leash on the dog,
right,
and they freaking out or whatever, trying to do what they want,
right, they're gonna try to fight the leash.
They're gonna try to fight the leash, and when I put the pressure, we want to teach them how to turn that off,
right,
because that's when they're gonna freak out. So they turn it off by you keeping the pressure there until the behavior is performed.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Once the behavior is performed, the pressure is released. So now they know, once I perform the behavior, that's what's going to take this pressure off. Driving a dog. Now you see how he got his head up. That's how I want it to look. So right now he working for the ball. Throw a couple hand signals in there. As soon as he looking up to par how I want him to look, I'm going to mark it with the toy. So now he know to perform a certain way to get the ball. You get what I mean? That's how you drive a dog. So as soon as he looking good enough, he healing, he focused. Hold it, boom, and I throw the ball. So he just work. You work, you get paid. You work, you get paid.
The pay is the ball.
The pay is the ball, exactly.
See the pay? So you trying to...
Yeah. No, I'm getting his attention again right there.
Right.
Boom, boom, boom. He working. So he know eventually, at some time, he gonna get the ball, as long as he doing what he's supposed to be doing.
How does he understand?
Of course, he already know all these commands and everything like that, but that's the reward.
After he complete the sequence.
Exactly. So dogs are learning patterns too, but we'll talk about that further down the line on a different note. So boom, let's say up. I mark that. He ain't crawled too far, but he crawled up under it, so I mark it. And you see I make him do multiple commands before I release him to build that endurance so a dog don't think, okay, I do one command, I want to expect to get rewarded right then and there. You put him through multiple ones, and then to build that endurance. And eventually he know, okay, even though I'm doing multiple commands, at the end of this I'm gonna get the reward.
And you say endurance, you ain't talking about physical, you talking about mental.
I'm talking about
mental capacity.
Yeah, capacity as far as like how long the dog can stay there in that position. You get what I mean? How long the dog can withhold the command.
How long you can hold his attention, or you trying to build that.
Yes.
And that's how you do it.
So eventually you'll get to this point, but in the beginning it's shorter steps to, okay, so if I'm teaching a dog to stay or something like that, of course when I'm trying to teach a dog to stay and I'm marking, I'm not going to create a big distance between me and the dog. So I might even just turn my back and then I'll mark it. Then I take a couple more steps and then I mark that.
Right.
And then gradually I get farther away from the dog. We got to understand what stay is.
Okay.
Like something like what I'm doing there.
To get him to this point, how many sessions do you think that took?
To get him to this point, that's a lot of sessions to get him to that point. But that's a lot of training that come into one. So I work on certain stuff, different categories, and then everything come together. So when I first got the dog, I always teach a dog to lure, to follow a treat or the food. That's the first thing I teach a dog, is to follow my hand. And then we talk about positioning. So sit down, stay, heel, all that stuff coming to one. And then protection and everything, that's a different type of drive. But once the dog know obedience, that go into protection too. So now when my dog doing protection, I can call him off to the heel because he know what that was. It's a different category, but now it's all in one. You get what I mean? So to get a dog up to this, it'll take some time depending on the dog. But this is just play. This is just play. The dog's just having fun right now.